Telecommunications in Uruguay includes radio, television, telephones, and the Internet. Radio and television. Uruguay has a mixture of privately owned and state-run broadcast media, more than 100 commercial radio stations and about 20 TV channels. Cable TV is readily available. Uruguay adopted the hybrid Japanese-Brazilian HD TV standard in December 2010. International call sign prefixes for radio and television stations, CVNCX, telephones, landlines, 1,059,309 lines in use, equivalent to 0.32 lines per capita. Mobile cellular lines, 5,358,325 lines in use, equivalent to 1.59 lines per capita. Domestic system, fully digitalized. Most modern facilities concentrated in Montevideo. Nationwide microwave radio relay network. Calling code, 598. Submarine cable systems. UNISUR submarine cable system provides direct connectivity to Brazil and Argentina. Satellite Earth stations. 2. Intelsat. Internet. Internet users 1.405 million. Internet hosts 1.036 million. Top-level domain. UI in Uruguay. One can access the Internet mainly by using ADSL services, provided by the monopoly state-owned company. Wireless ISPs, which have a tendency to be more expensive because of high taxation and radio spectrum license costs. WiMAX, launched by Dedicado in 2012. The Vera network, currently being installed by NTEL, a FTTH network to the whole country, which covers most of Montevideo, and the rest of the 19 provinces' most important cities. Wi-Fi access provided at shopping malls, bus lines and most of commercial business. Edge and GPRS mobile internet services offered by all mobile phone companies at very low flat rates. 3G mobile internet, offered by all the mobile phone companies with data rates of up to 3 Mbit per second. The 3G prices are relatively low compared to the world, because of the lack of the country population and also lack of cultural technology immersion. LTE 4G service with high-speed connections, about 20 Mbit per second, recently launched by NTEL and Claro. Access from Uruguay to the Internet at large is concentrated in a few providers, which puts the country in the significant risk category for total loss of Internet connectivity in the case of internal or external turmoil. As of December 2012, the only other South American countries in this situation are Bolivia and Paraguay. ADSL ANTEL, a telco company owned by the government, is the only ISP to provide ADSL service since it enjoys a monopoly in the basic telephony area. Other ISP use other technologies, such as radio, to get to customers. Some plans marketed to home users by Antel as of November 2014 are unlimited data plans Plano 1 to 2048 kbit per second down and 512 kbit per second up for 490 Uruguayan pesos a month. Plano 2 to 3072 kbit per second down and 512 kbit per second up for 585 Uruguayan pesos a month. Plano 3 to 5120 kbit per second down and 512 kbit per second up for 883 Uruguayan pesos a month. Teletra Bajo 5120 kbit per second down and 1024 kbit per second up for 890 Uruguayan pesos a month. Plano 40 10,240 kbit per second down and 512 kbit per second up for 1,268 Uruguayan pesos a month. These plans still have a data limit at 100 GB, at which point the down and upload speeds get halved. Metered data plans flexible 5 GB, 5 GB limit for 288 Uruguayan pesos a month. Flexible 20 GB, 20 GB limit for 387 Uruguayan pesos a month. Flexible 30 GB, 30 GB limit for 490 Uruguayan pesos a month. Flexible 40 GB, 40 GB limit for 590 Uruguayan pesos a month. Flexible 60 GB, 60 GB limit for 790 Uruguayan pesos a month. Flexible 80 GB, 80 GB limit for 890 Uruguayan pesos a month. Flexible 100 GB, 100 GB limit for 990 Uruguayan pesos a month. No down and up speeds are quoted for these plans. All prices include VAT. ADSL service requires having a corresponding phone line with Antel. All plans provide a dynamic IP address only. Business data plans. Customers who need an ADSL connection free of bandwidth throttling and capping have to buy one of Antel's business plans, which are significantly more expensive. The ADSL plans available as of November 2014 of the following: Emprendedor 1 to 6 mbit per second down and 2 mbit per second up for 4,728 Uruguayan pesos a month. Emprendedor 2 to 8 mbit per second down and 2 mbit per second up for 4,977 Uruguayan pesos a month. Emprendedor 3 10 mbit per second down and 2 mbit per second up for 5,734 Uruguayan pesos a month. Emprendedor 4 12 mbit per second down and 2 mbit per second up for 6,466 Uruguayan pesos a month. Emprendedor 530 mbit per second down and 4 mbit per second up for 10,845 Uruguayan pesos a month. All prices include VAT. All plans include 5 fixed IP addresses. Cable Internet. Despite a fully developed cable network in all mid and large-sized cities, there is no Internet access through cable TV systems in Uruguay, as it has been steadfastly opposed by government regulators. Cuba is the only other country in the Americas missing this component of the Internet access ecosystem. Fiber to the home. On November 2010, ANTEL announced that it would start rolling out fiber to the home in the second half of 2011. As of April 2013, the Antel website claims to have connected over 389,000 homes to the Internet via fiber. There is no evidence that the government will allow private companies to offer their own fiber networks to the home. Thus, the Uruguayan state will likely continue to wield monopoly power on physical media Internet connections to the home for the foreseeable future. As of October 2014, Antel offers the following fiber-to-the-home plans: -* at 20 halves mbit per second, up to 20 mbit per second down and 2 mbit per second up. Monthly data capped at 150 GB for 690 Uruguayan pesos a month, * via 50/10 mbit per second, up to 50 mbit per second down and 10 mbit per second up. Monthly data capped at 200 GB for 990 Uruguayan pesos a month, - via 0 80/10 mbit per second, up to 80 mbit per second down and 10 mbit per second up. Monthly data cap to 250 GB or 1,290 Uruguayan pesos a month minus asterisk Vera 120/12 mbit per second, up to 120 mbit per second down and 12 mbit per second up. Monthly data capped at 350 GB or 1,590 Uruguayan pesos a month. When this cap is reached, the connection is throttled back to 10% of its advertised speed for the rest of the month. Note that if a user were able to run the connection steadily at its advertised downlink speed, she would reach the cap after a period between 5 and 16 hours and would get 10% of advertised speed for the rest of the month. Fixed wireless. Most of Uruguay's land mass is too far away from cities to have wired internet access. For customers in these rural and low-density suburban areas, fixed wireless ISPs provide a service. Wireless internet service has also provided city internet users with some degree of choice in a country where private companies have not been allowed to offer wired alternatives to the state-operated ADSL service. Dedicado is a local wireless ISP. It appeared before or about at the same time as Ateldata, but since ADSL was not available at the same time on every neighborhood, Dedicado had the majority of the permanent internet connections. As of November 2007, ADSL is available in every neighborhood in Montevideo and in most other cities, and Dedicado lost a big market share, both because being more expensive and giving bad service to the users. They started a big advertising campaign, but didn't pay attention to the technical details related to the number of users, so the quality of service decreased. As of 2012, their quality of service issues appear to be on the mend, but the pricing issues continue, especially in the rural market where they have no credible competition and have steadily increased prices. Dedicado originally operated Ericsson fixed wireless equipment and later transitioned to Motorola Canopy technology. In 2005, they started deploying WiMAX services. However, as of May 2010, the service is not offered nor advertised yet. There are other wireless ISPs, but Dedicado is the main one. Telmex is another entrant in the Uruguayan fixed wireless space. As of early 2012, they were still a tentative player, however, with limited coverage of the country and some technical shortcomings. In February 2012, Antel announced a push to provide fixed wireless internet service to rural customers using the 3G cellular network. As of November 2012, the service was being actively offered to customers of the company's rural cell fixed wireless telephone service. Customers who sign up get the equipment and monthly internet service for free, while the network and router are capable of supporting multi-mbit per second service. The free offering is throttled back to 256 kilobits down, 64 kilobits upload speeds and capped at 1 GB of monthly data transfer. Once the data limit is reached, the customer has to recharge the service using a prepaid card at a rate of approximately $10 per GB. There is an alternative monthly billing plan that offers 2 mbit per second down and 512 mbit per second up with a 5 GB data cap for $15, plus $10 for each additional GB. There is no unlimited data plan, which limits this technology's ability to compete in the non-residential fixed wireless space against vendors like Dedicado. Mobile wireless internet access via cell phone networks is probably the most vibrant and competitive internet in marketplace in Uruguay. All the Uruguayan cell phone companies offer data plans for the smartphone users as well as USB modems for personal computers. Antel even offers a bundle of cellular internet access and ADSL, an unusual but potentially attractive combination for home ADSL users who also want to have internet access on the go. The speeds delivered by all companies within their areas of coverage keep getting faster, and the areas of coverage keep expanding. Vendors are shifting from 3G to 4G, starting in the area around Montevideo. From a consumer's standpoint, the only discouraging trend in this market is the adoption of data volume caps by all vendors. As of August 2012, no vendor website offered an unlimited mobile internet data plan. This means these offerings are unlikely to cross-sell into the fixed wireless internet in-market where unlimited data plans tend to be the rule. Internet service providers. The main internet service providers in Uruguay are Antel, Claro, Dedicado, Movistar, Telmex, also related to CTI Móvil. Many of those services also have an installation cost, which is equal to 1 or 2 months of service. Internet censorship and surveillance. There are no government restrictions on access to or usage of the internet. A credible reports that the government monitors email or internet chat rooms without judicial oversight. Uruguayan law provides for freedom of speech and press, and the government generally respects these rights in practice. An independent press, an effective judiciary, and a functioning democratic political system combine to ensure these rights. The law also prohibits arbitrary interference with privacy, family, home, or correspondence, and the government generally respects these prohibitions in practice.